Alright, Path of Exile, Lake of Kalandra, League Mechanic, let's talk about it. So, starting right off, we'll show off some gameplay. I'm just going to play it live here, and I kind of explain some of the stuff. So, I've been getting asked also, is this League worth playing? Is it fun? Do I like the League Mechanic? Here's the League Mechanic. So, what we do is we take a mirrored entrance in a portal to basically get the new content. So, in order to interact with this, we're just at maps, by the way, because I was kind of waiting on making this video because I want to give you guys my impressions after at least getting to maps to see if the rewards are any good. We've only done a few here endgame maps, so this is kind of my impressions also as we play. So how this works is you're going to be encountering these mirrored tablets, and as you fill them up in these areas where, what is it, a hexagon? So as you fill up these hexagons, there's also these water tiles. These water tiles are basically areas that you cannot go to, although you can kind of move these pieces. It's an interesting mechanic. How it works is you're going to be getting these tiles that you'll put in. It's kind of weird because these tiles are squared, but you put them in the hexagons. But the squared ones you can't actually put things into, but you can move them around if you want to via some other like modifiers here. So you're going to have to encounter multiple mirrored tablets to actually get a mirrored map, essentially. How it works is you're going to be getting some choices. Sometimes you only get one choice, sometimes you get two choices, and you have to fill them all up. You can't just like go right now. I can't just go into the entrance. I have to fill this up, so I got this basically ready to go. So it could take, basically, each hexagon will require you to do at least 1 to 2 maps. Maybe it can be later down the line. You'll get like more as it progresses, but you'd have to get really lucky to get a filled up map in basically 2. But as you progress, you're gonna get more of these little like tiles. In the very beginning, there's only like a few, but you'll get more as you progress. So like I said before, you can kind of mix up some of the tiles here. So you can swap a water tile with an empty tile. So again, square tiles, you cannot actually put something on, but the hexagon ones you can. So we can defeat a pack of snakes, defeat a powerful forged in blood, and we can select whatever one we want. Basically, I'm just here to fill it up. Now, as you play during the campaign, you could just go in, but now in maps, it's going to itemize the tablet. So that's going to take the tablet, and it's going to put it over here. And what we're going to do is now, we're going to go run the map. So we'll go ahead and throw in the map in our portal device, and we'll show off what the rewards are. Now, depending on what you want to do, the further away it is from like the entrance, the more difficult the area would be. You can also get like shrines. Some of this stuff will kind of make it easier, but let's show off the rewards too. Now, as far as these go, can we like modify these? Because that's actually something I don't know. So I don't know if we can like change the rarity. I don't think you can change the rarity of these. If you're wondering, can we roll anything? Can we like chisel it or anything like that? I don't think we can. But there might be some other like weird, new forms of currency that we can, but again, I'm like really early on in maps here, but let's go ahead and see if we get anything good on this mirrored tablet. So it's a 73 in terms of the area level. By the way, you can buy, sell, and trade these things. Let's actually check up on the Path of Exile trade website. How much are these mirrored tablets actually worth? So we'll go and throw it on, and it's going to be determined via like the rolls on it, obviously, but just to get an idea. Let's see what like the lowest one is kind of going for, because if you guys don't like the League Mechanic, at least you can maybe just trade off the item that you get. Let's see what they're going for here, just so we can see. You can see there's some for like or alchemies. Okay, we're looking at like maybe 1C. As you increase the area difficulty, yeah, maybe they could be worth. Let's still looking at like all 1C, but let's go ahead and go in and let's see what the rewards are now that we know kind of how the mechanics work. And I'll show you guys. So the rewards that you will be getting are these rings and amulets that like can roll in here. It's not like a guaranteed 100% chance that they always roll in here, but we'll see. So how it works is you go into this brand new area, and you have to defeat some monsters. Or using one of the brand new skills, Galvanic Field. That's the little like circle that you see that's blue, and it's just going to do some damage to the enemies after an enemy gets shocked. So the enemy has to be shocked first. So if you're wondering what we're playing, by the way, it's right now we're playing Arc, but later we're going to be doing lots of different things. We're still like in the earlier stages of like leveling, so I'm still leveling up like determination for it later. So one of them is going to be like the Black Scythe artifacts. I don't know if maybe like Tujin can appear here, but that's what I was hoping for. So we have a Seer. Let's see, they're hitting. Some of these will hit pretty hard, by the way. But basically you defeat some sort of like boss, and there's going to be like some sort of like chest that opens up. Let's get that Galvanic Field over there so we can start ticking for some damage. This guy down. So we got some exotic coinage with it. Okay, that's good. Also, you can open kind of like a map, kind of shows you where your position is. So as you go further away from the entrance, it's going to increase the difficulty. So 2 exotic coinages is kind of nice. Also, just going over like the rewards for the league. Does the league feel rewarding? Is it worth doing? Honestly, when I did it like during the campaign for the first like 10 acts, I got a couple chaos here and there. Like some maps would gain like 1 chaos. There was one we gained 2. I wouldn't say it's super rewarding. So if you're thinking like, is it kind of like Ultimatum? It's far from it. That was my favorite league, by the way, in terms of like how much rewards we got. Like basically every single time there was an Ultimatum, I got super excited. There's this little like area, and most of the areas, that one might have been an exception because it was like a boss and it was specifically doing like the expedition mechanic. We just got like the currency, and then we got the exotic coinage, which is nice. The chests in here, you'll see that there is some chests with like specific rewards, and I don't know if they can be guaranteed to roll a certain type, but here we have Kalandra, so we'll encounter Kalandra here, and we'll see if we can get one of those rings or amulets that can kind of roll with like negative stats. So the items that you can get in here, like the special like items, are going to be ones that roll with varying values that can go pretty far. Let's go and activate the battery here. Get some extra mana regen. Okay, so we got this chest. Okay, we got a foil. So what you can get in here, and this is like one of the rewards, and there's still more to do, by the way. Like if we open up this, we still can go back and we'll do everything, and I'll kind of show you how to be a little bit more efficient with this as well. So we will be getting out of the reflection over here. We'll be getting a item, so you're always gonna hit reflect. You may be able to put in your items later. We haven't like encountered that, but this is to generate one, so it's gonna generate one, and it's gonna be a reflection. So they both have 22 dex. They both have the fire damage to attacks. This one has reduced evasion rating, but if we're not going to use it, it almost reminds me a little bit of Scourge. There's going to be some sort of negative modifier, but like obviously you're going to play a build where the negative modifier doesn't affect you. You also have reduced mana regeneration rate, but you have plus 44 lightning resistance. The other one's going to be the exact opposite, pretty much. So there's even negative modifiers where enemies will do fire damage against you, and this could actually be like good for certain builds, like what is it, like Eye of Innocence, certain things where like you're trying to ignite yourself, things like that, right? But then on top of that, these number values can be much higher. Like 78% increased mana regen could be good. Like I actually do want negative resistances for something that I'm doing later down the line with Doriani's prototype. So I'm going to take this one. I mean, it's not like a crazy roll here, but that's what the newer league mechanics will give you in terms of items. But we're not quite done here. This area still has some more stuff. So what I can do is I can instantly exit the lake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-enter the lake, so I start off towards the bottom here, so I didn't have to like walk all the way back. But I've already walked over here, so you can see the further you are away from the entrance, the difficulty goes up. I'm not sure if it says difficulty scales quantity of items over here, but I'm not sure if we can really modify these in any other way. You can kind of move them around too. Ideally, this is how you can set your things up. You can put shrines in the very beginning, so that way you have your shrines, so you can, you know, as you increase the difficulty, it makes things easier. Yeah, it does say like difficulty scales, but we're gonna go to the left and the right, and it's like relatively accurate to where you are on the like map in terms of like where the entrance is. But let's see how rewarding this was, because pretty much all we got honestly is the exotic coinage. The item that we got is very meh, but obviously we're still in early maps, so things are of course subject to change when we get some better rewards. So this little area will have a reward. We have to kill most of the enemies. You don't have to kill every single one, but you have to kill majority, and then, oh cool, we got currency. Let's see, maybe we got that divine orb. Okay, chisels. I do have a loot filter on, by the way. There's probably more items that drop, but okay, that looks like that's basically it for that one. We've got one more area. It's a difficulty of 1. We'll see what the rewards are for this, but there's basically a little pocket on most of them. It's not always that we'll get a pocket here that has like some sort of rewards. Oh, is this the shrine one? Oh wait, we got 2 more areas. We have this and the shrine. Ideally, we build it around kind of efficiency. Like I said before, getting shrines can be better early on. For me right now, how I'm interacting with the league mechanic is I'm just basically just clicking on like whatever says that there's monsters, or if there's shrines, I just kind of just throw things in there and I hit go. Later down the line, I may actually like fully read and kind of set it up a little bit more. It just feels like in terms of the rewards, I mean, there's a reward. We'll go ahead and identify it. But the only thing we really got is the 2 exotic coinage. But we still have one more area, and some of the areas like the shrines or maybe the expedition one, they may not have like a chest because the rewards are like supposed to be like kind of special for it. But in terms of difficulty, some of these monsters can be quite hard in here, especially if you go higher in difficulty, and on top of that, you add like the monsters that are in essence, the essence monsters that also have arch nemesis modifiers. Oh, we almost skipped out on a reward over here. Okay, that was good that we kind of double backed over here. 3 chromes. Okay. You know, end game at like even if we're considering this early maps, 3 chromes isn't like something super excited about, but that's at least a gameplay example of the league mechanic. And I'm curious to know what you guys think of it. This is like my first impressions video of like the early end game, because like I was doing them. I did them about 1 time every single like, you know, Act 1 I did 1, Act 2 I did 1, just to see, like, are the rewards getting that much better? Honestly, I didn't really see something super amazing. Your mileage may vary. Let me know if you got something super good out of the new Lake of Kalandra mechanic. But earlier on, like, it's going to be very rare that I think someone's like, yeah, I'm going to start off with, like, getting my resistances for negatives for, like, other crazy ideas. These are more for, like, I would say, endgame ideas. And in the very beginning, you don't really see too many of these. But, like, in the very beginning, if you have, like, let's say, like, you don't really scale evasion, right? You're just, like, armor or energy shield. You could maybe get something that like scales something really high. You get like an insane amount of extras, like added fire damage earlier on. That could have been okay, I guess. But I would say it's more reserved for what I would consider endgame. I didn't get anything again insane, but that's my luck. Let me know if you guys think the league mechanic was worth doing during the campaign. I would say, for my personal take, I would rather just get to endgame maps so I can start farming some stuff and start putting my points into the Atlas passive. Before it would feel like it was actually worth anything. So I would rush maps, and then from there, maybe we will still engage in league mechanic, but I don't feel like it's super rewarding. Do I like how it feels and plays? It's kind of meh at the end of the day. I feel like there needs to be a bigger level of excitement. I wish maybe like if you would maybe rip, then you can't go back in. The reason why is I need some sort of level of excitement. The excitement that I got out of Ultimatum, and this is not a video saying I love Ultimatum, but I do love Ultimatum. It's just like that huge excitement of like, I could get this item, or if I die, I lose everything, right? That was that huge excitement that we got with Ultimatum. I know it's going to return in some form later down the line, and it's kind of returning in this league and in some other form, but we'll have to wait and see how that works. That's the league mechanic that I personally enjoyed the most, because there was excitement, that the rewards were good. The rewards for this, at the end of the day, this is the new items. I actually got one of the newer items too. Let me actually show you real quick. I got it off of Zaro. It's nothing special. It's not really worth anything, but this is a new item, the Ghost with Silken Vest. I believe, yeah, it's like 1C though. There's so many items that aren't really worth too much right now. But again, that's my early impressions. Let me know your guys' thoughts. You guys think it was worth doing during the campaign? Is it worth doing during the end game? For me, as right now, I would say no to the answers of both, but this is my early impressions. I'll make another future update later down the line, of course, when we get some more testing and do more where we're actually in like red maps, because right now we're in like white / barely yellow. But anyways, thanks for tuning, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it if you're new here and you do want to see more Path of Exile videos. I've actually already finished my entire Path of Exile guide for the exact build that we're running, which was really good during the campaign, which is like an arc. Like, it's basically anything with lightning. We're using this as one of the new skills. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.